Steffi wonders why the Sheila narrative ends with a bear mauling at Forrester Creations. Once more offering the severed toe, Detective Sanchez then expresses regret for how horrifying it is. He tells them that Sheila is deceased, and that therefore the additional protection Ridge had recruited is no longer required. Hope explains to Liam that she took him to Il Giardino so they could talk about the Douglas situation where the youngster couldn't hear them. They make assumptions about what sparked it, and whether Thomas has been considering this for some time. Liam believes the boy is doing well, and is baffled as to why anyone would meddle with it. Hope breaks down in tears as she considers Douglas leaving and no longer being a part of their everyday lives. Faith would be very upset, and they would all be upset. Deacon sees Hope and Liam by the bar and informs Paul the inventory is finished and requests to take an early lunch. Liam tries to reassure Hope at their meal as she fears Thomas may involve the legal system. What's wrong? Deacon wonders when he arrives. At Forrester Creations, Sanchez informs the folks assembled in the office that Sheila's case has been closed and she won't be bothering anyone ever again. The group thanks the detective as he departs, and Lee checks in with Finn to make sure he's okay. When Thomas enters, he inquires about Sheila's whereabouts. Sanchez had images of Taylor and Steffi, along with a toe. Sheila is deceased, Thomas is dubious. Sheila has gotten away with it before. Steffi informs him that the police had DNA proof to support their claim. Taylor claims she is gone and will never return to their life. Thomas needs some time to process this. They can move on with their lives, according to Brooke. Eric regrets having introduced her into their lives and to their family. Assuring him that he couldn't have known all those years ago are Brooke and Taylor. Finally, Brooke says she's gone. Bill is pleased to have Lee visit his home because she is looking much better. Lai only wanted to express her gratitude for all that he had done for her and her children. You owe us. Bill assures her that she owes him nothing and that he was simply at the ideal location at the ideal time. Lai explains how he discovered her in the alley, brought her here, and cared for her. She'll have to keep his benevolence a secret, Bill teases, because he has a reputation to maintain. When the topic of Sheila comes up, Lai says that she came to tell him about Sheila as well as for another reason. She is deceased. Deacon learns off-screen at Il Giardino that Thomas wants Douglas to live with him and thinks it's absolutely insane. Douglas is now a member of their family. Hope makes the point that Thomas, as Douglas' father, can review the custody agreement. Deacon scolds Liam for not stopping this. With them, the tiny guy is happiest. Hope soothes her dad. She appreciates how concerned he is, but Thomas also values Douglas highly. Deacon contends that a father who truly loves his child would leave him alone. When Liam hears Deacon's invitation to speak to Thomas, he screams, "Oh, no, 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 no." Hope assures her father that they can handle this on their own, and that they are unsure whether Thomas will take any action. Deacon notices Brooke and worries if she's all right. She says she's genuinely relieved, but she's still a little taken aback. They no longer need to be concerned about Sheila, according to Brooke. Hope ponders whether they detained her. They didn't need to, according to Brooke, because she was already dead when they discovered her. Taylor and Steffi cringe as they learn that Ridge at Forrester has a picture of Sheila's toe on his phone to serve as a constant reminder that she can no longer harm them. The notion appeals to Thomas. They wonder how Finn is feeling about the passing of his biological mother when Steffi tells that Finn went to the hospital to get checked out. With everything that has occurred, Steffi must assume that he views it as a blessing. He exclaims, "Sheila Carter's middle toe? At Bill's location." Lai reveals that's how they knew it was really her. Bill feels it appropriate that she was mauled to death by an animal because she belonged there in the first place. Lai wanted to inform him while also expressing gratitude for his generosity. She had heard he can be brutal, but what he did for her shows the true character of the guy. Hope, Liam, and Deacon have all heard the tale of the middle toe and the bear mauling at Il Giardino. As Brooke declares that Sheila Carter is dead and that her reign of terror has finally come to an end, Deacon muses about this. Deacon appears upset by the news and swallows forcefully. Steffi, Taylor, Thomas, and Ridge recount to Forrester how Sheila came dangerously close to ending Steffi and Finn's life. Each of them is starting over from scratch. For you too, Dad? Steffi continues. My mother informed me of the events in Monaco. Thomas queries what transpired. Mom and Dad kissed, responds Steffi. Taylor is uncomfortable, but Steffi starts talking about how she's realized life is fleeting. She informs Ridge that Taylor and he are in love. He ought to return to his mother instead of wasting his remaining time. We all understand how much you cherish her. Visit the Forresters again.